What is up, everybody? Welcome back. If you haven't seen my channel yet, my name is Austin, and what we're doing is working on this 4Runner. So last video I posted, we tore the diff out of this thing, found out that we had a torn up ring gear, and so what I did is I went ahead and ordered some really cool stuff, some new gears. They'll be here hopefully by next week. So right now this thing's in a pretty bad spot in my shop, so what I gotta do is put the rear axle shafts back in, and then we're gonna move it one bay over, and then we're gonna tear the front end out, because I decided to do front gears too, and maybe an ARB air locker, who knows, we'll see. But yeah, so let's dive in, and we'll start off putting this rear end back together, and then we'll start on the front. Okay, I'll give you a little sneak peek. That's all you get. But yeah, let's get going on this. We got a lot to do. Spent most of my morning hanging out with the family. It was awesome. Had a nice little lunch and everything. So now it's time to get down and dirty, get some work done. Alright, so axle shafts are back in, tires are back on. As you can tell, there's no diff in here. So literally taking it from here, putting it here. Don't recommend this, but it should be fine. The bearings should hold the weight, not the diff. So get it moved over, and then we'll take that front end out of there. This bad girl can get some new gears. Sweet, we'll just take this thing down nice and slow. Totally forgot to put the brake lines back in because I need to be able to stop, so let's do that real quick. All right, brake lines are hooked up. Had to pull the tires off, put them back on. Couldn't get it with the tires on. It's one of those days where the truck fights back. So let's go ahead and lower this. Do it nice and slow. Make sure it doesn't really hurt anything. I'm pretty sure it won't, but. Man. Now, before somebody gets on my case about the fact I didn't bleed these or anything, I'm literally moving 5 feet over. So I'm gonna hit the brakes like once. I guess it's not gonna matter if it's in gear. There's no rear drive line. What these is hammer is a chalk for now. All right, here we go. Let's get this thing moved over and torn back apart. I know I brought my keys out here. There they are. They want to be able to get full cars in and off my ramp over here, my lift, so I can do tires. That's why we moved it. So she looks good, drives good. Get the door closed up. Beautiful day here. But the shop door open ruins my lighting, so shouldn't have to do it like so. Yeah, let's get her jacked up and get that front diff out. So, alrighty. Well, I thought I had 2 sets of jack stands that were tall enough. Yeah, those won't work. Those ones do though. So I can get all 4 wheels off the ground. So, gonna run over to my father-in-law's house. He's gonna let me borrow some. Gonna take this to the parts store, dump it, get me a monster, dude. It's one of them days. But slowly but surely, as always. It's just one of those days where the car fights back. I don't know if you guys have ever had those days in the shop, but it's one of those days. But we're gonna keep pushing. And we will get that clamshell style front diff out of here today. Hover mode engaged. So got all 4 jack stands, so we're in hover mode here. Time to tear everything out of this thing. I know I said that a lot, sorry. I'm trying not to. But yeah. So pull the CV shafts, pull the skid plate, and then I think there's a couple bolts holding that diff in there. Let's get to it. Oh, look at them king shocks though. Woo. This thing's gonna be sweet. Smashed that thing a few times, that's for sure. Let's see, we got 1, 2. Couple plugs. And the drive line. There'd be at least 3 bolts. That one. 4 bolts. No, 3 bolts. I can't tell on that one. This looks like the 3. So yeah, we'll pull the CV shafts, which means we gotta take the wheel nut off, get this drive line disconnected, and 3 bolts, and she'll be out of here. It's pretty straightforward. This thing's pretty leaky anyway. You can't tell, there's dirt and shit all over it. So, probably a good thing we're doing this. Be nice to have some power back too with those gears I'm doing. With the 488 ring and pinion on this. So, all right, let's get the CV shaft out and go from there. CV shafts are out. Let's move on to the front. There's one bolt that's tucked up on top underneath. Try and get the best shot I can on that. And then there's that one, and then that one. And probably use a jack to get it down. I don't want it to fall on me. I'm the only one out here. So. Alright, so we got the bolts out. Well, 2 of them. One more to go. I believe. I've never actually done this, so there might be one hiding from me somewhere. We're about to find out. Didn't seem to move that much, so don't mind my kid screaming in the background. He loves to be out here. It's hanging up on something. Diff drop. Let me run around over here and see. What do we hang up? Found it. That's a tricky one. How do you even get to that guy? All right, let me get this last bolt pulled and we'll be right back. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to come in here. There's a hex style bolt that goes in here. It's actually this guy right here. 12 mil. And then there's like a, let me pull it out. There's a bushing like this guy. And then it bolts into the diff. So we got those bolts out. And I got this diff pulled. I don't know why, but all the video I took didn't save, just barely, so I had it all recorded, me dropping it down and everything. But anyway, moving on. So Toyota IFS reverse rotation clamshell style differential, 7.5 inch ring gear in that guy. So what I ended up going with is, I was gonna wait to tell you this, but I did 488 Ninja gears from Marlin Crawler. Reason I went with Marlin is they use like OEM style bearings and all that fun stuff in their rebuild kits, and they're just quality. I've had some really awesome luck with Marlin parts. So, and we are gonna throw an ARB air locker up front, and it's got the E-locker in the rear, so we'll be dual locked, which will be awesome. Always been kind of sketched out on IFS setup. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But we're going to have a professional do these. I spent way too much money on gears and all that for me to screw them up. But I'm going to try and see if I can get somebody that will let me film them doing it. I just don't trust myself enough, so I want it done right. And that will be going on in the next video. We're going to call it a night tonight. So yeah, we got that diff pulled. Pretty awesome. Not too hard of a job. Struggled a little bit, but it's my first time doing this. So let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. Let's refocus that. Perfect. So yeah, like I said, next video we're gonna have somebody professionally install these gears, and then we're gonna reassemble. And that's it for the 4Runner tonight, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Give me a like, give me a comment, let me know your thoughts. Also, we're gonna have some more updates on coming on the FJ, so keep following along on that. I'm tired, I'm really dirty, need a shower, but I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out in the shop with me tonight.